¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Miriam Namia Maya.
Yo me llamo Mayra Alexandra Lopez.
My name is Dalia Karina Hernandez.
Have you always pronounced your name like that?
No. So everyone calls me Dalia at home, but at school people didn't really say it in that way, so it was more like Dalia or Dalia. They put the accent somewhere else, or like the emphasis somewhere else.
No, I used to be like Myra. Like sometimes I'd let people call me Mayra, even if they couldn't pronounce it.
Do you remember like the earliest time, like, or like a vivid time in your life that you remember like someone mispronouncing it?
Yeah, when I was 8 years old, my third grade teacher called me Mara, and she called me Mara for like half the semester because I just wouldn't correct her. Yeah.
And then how did it like make you feel like?
I felt kind of strange because, she called me Mara, I was like, that's not me, I'm Mayra, but I just never corrected her, and all my classmates would also call me like Mara, and I was like, okay. Just left it like that.
In the beginning, it was like I was little and I didn't really know much about how people didn't really try to learn people's names. But as I got older and in high school, and when you start like appreciating your name and your culture and stuff, is when I felt like I had to tell people like it's Dalia, not Dalia, not Dalila, because people just add on syllables and stuff. But yeah, so I think in high school is when I grew more conscious of how my name is mine and it's meant to be said the way that my parents wanted it to be said.
Cuando estaba chica creo que no lo notaba. Cuando estaba en espacios públicos y que me corregían y hasta me llamaban otro nombre solo por el color de mi piel, como que se sentía más, como que no me estaban hablando a mí directamente, me estaban hablando a otra persona que ellos veían y no era yo.
But like over time I learned that myself I have to say it like Dalia because then people are always messing it up.
Do you remember like the first time like in your mind, like the most vivid memory of like someone like mispronouncing your name?
Not exactly, just like random teachers and stuff who would just on the first day always be like Dalia, and then I'd be like, that's me, I guess. But yeah, then I'd always correct them.
Do you always corrected them? Like,
I think in high school is when they would kind of ask you like, oh, if I mispronounce it, can you tell me how to say it? But in like elementary school and stuff, I would just go with it because like I didn't know better, Yeah.
How did it make you feel? Like,
in the beginning, it was like I was little and I didn't really know much about how people didn't really try to learn people's names. But as I got older and in high school, and when you start like appreciating your name and your culture and stuff, is when I felt like I had to tell people like it's Dalia, not Dalia, not Dalila, because people just add on syllables and stuff. But yeah, so I think in high school is when I grew more conscious of how my name is mine and it's meant to be said the way that my parents wanted it to be said. So that's when I started to do that and notice how other people's names weren't pronounced correctly. And a lot of people would change their names. I had a friend who, this is kind of off topic, but I had a friend whose name was Sangday, but because people wouldn't say it correctly or something like that, he just changed his name to Daniel. So then that was like a whole thing, and I remember asking him like, oh, why would you go by Daniel if like your name, it's not hard to say, Sangday, people can learn it, people can say random ass white people names, so I think that they can say your name. But he just said that it's how he was raised, to just assimilate instead of trying to stand out.
Do you like take the time to correct people now, like even like strangers, or?
For the most part, yes. If it's someone that I'm gonna be talking to on a daily basis, or like very often, if it's just someone who's like for some reason we're talking in a class but I'm not gonna see them again, then I'm like, whatever, just let it go. Yeah.
Do you feel like kind of like getting to say your name correctly, like putting the emphasis, like reclaiming your identity?
Yes, but also I guess I know who I am, so as long as my close circle, you know, says it the way that it's supposed to be said, then I'm fine. But like if it's just someone that, like I said, I don't really know or talk to a lot, then I'm like, whatever, like I'm not gonna see you all the time, it's fine. Yeah.
How does it feel like when you're in spaces and people like say your name correctly like all the time?
It's nice because it feels like I'm at home and people are like, they know me, I know them, and we're all just like really close, so I feel safe and at home, I guess, in those spaces. Yeah.
And then what was the last time someone like an experience that you had really like mispronounced your name?
Oh, like at the beginning of this semester. So what, like 4 weeks ago when I started class, and two of my professors who are, they have like accents, so I guess it's just different because of their accent, but they did ask like, how do you say it? And then so I was like, oh, it's not Dalia and it's not like Dalia, it's Dalia. So yeah, 4 weeks ago, but it's fine now. They don't take roll anymore.
And do you take the effort like to kind of like make sure you pronounce people's names right, like because you've experienced it?
Yes, I try to, and I also ask them like if I'm saying it correctly or not, because then like I would hate to be that person for someone else, you know. Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Glad I could help.